Hi dear students, welcome to Divya Zoo class. Today our topic is eye anatomy. So we are going to learn about the interior structure of the eye. We know that eye is a sensory organ. Eye is a sensory organ. The eye length is nearly 24 millimeter. So it is the length of the eye 24 millimeter. And it will be grow up to the age of 20 or 21 years. After the eye cannot be grow. So eye, what is the major role? Vision. Eye, the major role is vision. Just you can compare the eye like a camera. So how the eye it will be work? You can just compare it for a camera. So eye is a camera. Eyelids is a shutter, and the crystalline lens is a lens, and the retina is a film, and the optic nerves it will be connect eye to brain like that camera to computer. So how the camera it will be work like that only our eyes also it will be work. So the eye, it is classified into three major parts. The first one, front section. Another one, back section. That means anterior segment, posterior segment. Another one, supportive tissue. It is a supportive glands, supportive areas. That is the three different types of the eye major parts it will be there. So front section, back section and supportive tissues or supportive glands. So first one we are going to learn about the front section of the eye. So the front section of the eye, what are the parts it will be there? The first one, conjunctiva, sclera, cornea, lens, pupil, iris, ciliary bodies, aqueous humor. So this much we can call it as the front section. There is a front view. So the first one, conjunctiva. What is the first layer? Conjunctiva. Conjunctiva, it is a very thin layer. It's very thin layer. It is present or it is protected the sclera. I mean the conjunctiva, it is surrounded by the sclera. Conjunctiva, it is surrounded by a sclera. Conjunctiva, it is present below the eyelids. Below the eyelids. Conjunctiva, the major role is it will be provide eye is always moist. Eye is always moist and protect from the some other problems. That means the protective part that is called conjunctiva. So conjunctiva, it is maintaining eye is moist and protecting the eye. And the next one, sclera. What's the next one? Sclera. It is the outermost layer of the eye. It is the outermost layer of the eye. It is a whitish color. So it is the color of the sclera, whitish color. So sclera, it is the outermost part of the eye. Then the sclera, it is present in between the lens and conjunctiva. So conjunctiva and lens in between the layer we can call it as a sclera. And the next one, cornea. Next one, cornea. It is the middle part of the eye. It is the middle part of the eye. The cornea, it is the protective thin transparent layer. It's a protective thin transparent layer. It will be protect the lens. Protect the lens. So cornea, it is surrounded by a lens. And the cornea, another one that is called lens. In between the fluid, we can call this aqueous humor. In between the fluid we can call this aqueous humor. This aqueous humor to provide nutrients as well as oxygen supply to the eye. That was called aqueous humor. And the iris, it is the colored part of the center of the eye. So above the lens, it's protected by the layer that is called iris. It is the colored part of the eye. And pupil, it is a center part of the lens. It is a center part of the lens. Pupil is a center part of the lens. And ciliary bodies, it is a supportive layer, supportive muscles, supportive fibers to connect the lens. So the ciliary body, the major role is it will be adjustment of the lens. Just we are moving, rotating our eyeball, it will be turned. Everything it's controlled by ciliary bodies. So ciliary bodies, it will be regulate the lens. So ciliary body, conjunctiva, iris, pupil, lens, cornea, aqueous humor, sclera. It is the front section, that is the anterior section. And the next one, a back section, that is a posterior section, posterior segment. The first one we can call this vitreous body or then vitreous humor. Vitreous humor, it is a fluid like structure, jelly like structure. It's a fluid like structure that is called vitreous body or vitreous humor. It will be maintaining the shape of the eye. It is maintaining the shape of the eye. We know that eye we can call it is a spherical like structure. So it will be regulate the shape of the eye, that is called vitreous humor. In this vitreous humor, it will be spread out more blood vessels also. And the next one, retina. It is a very important part because retina, it will be receiving the light. Retina, in this part to receiving the light and it will be emit or it will be reflect the action, that is called retina. So retina, it is made up of epithelial layers or epithelial tissues and it's also called like retinal photoreceptor cells. Retinal photoreceptor cells, everything it will be present in the retina. And the retina, it will be joined in that edge. We can call this macula. What is that? Macula. Macula is very important part. In the center part of the retina, here photoreceptor cells, it will be present. What is the role of that? It will be absorbed and it will be react and it will be producing the reflection, that is called retina. So the two different type of photoreceptor cell is present. One is called cone cells, another one rod cells. One cell we can call this rod cell, another cell we can call this cone cell. So the two different type of cells are present in the retina of the photoreceptor cell. So what is the role of the rod cell? Rod cell, the major role is vision. The major role is vision. The cone cell, the major role is it will be identify the colors. It will be identify the colors and the vision also. So cone cell and rod cell and cone cell, the major role is vision. At the same time, it will be producing or then to reflecting or to differentiate the colors. That is rods and cone cells. And the next one, macula, we know that it is a major part. If any problem, it will be occur in the macula, the cataract, it will be come. So the eye defection, that means the degeneration of the eye tissues. So the person cannot be see. So some problems, it will be occur in the macula region, it will be default. After we know that optic nerves already I told how the brain to eye, the connection it will be the because of optic nerve, like that the camera and then computer. So the optic nerves, it will be connect to the brain. So that is a major role of the optic nerves. Another one, choroid. Choroid, it is a middle layer. So three layers, it will be the protective layer of the eye. The outermost layer we can call the sclera, and the middle layer choroid, and the innermost layer retina. So choroid, it is a middle layer. It is made up of blood vessels. It is made up of blood vessels. So sclera, choroid, another one retina. Retina, it is the innermost layer. In this layer only it contains rods and cone cell. It is the major layer of the eye because it will be reflecting the action, because the light emitting, absorption, everything it will be done in the retina. At the same time, some supportive tissues it will be there, like that I said. One is called like eyelids. We know that eyelids, the major role is it will be protect the eyes from different type of dust. At the same time, and another one is called extraocular tissue. Extraocular tissue, that is a supportive muscles, extraocular muscles. This muscle, it will be adjust the eye, that is a motion. That means we are turning, rotating. How the ciliary body, it will be rotate the lens, like that it will be supportive for the eyes also. That is called extraocular muscle. That is a rotation, at the same time movement of the eye function. It will be regulated by one of the muscle, that is called extraocular muscle. And next one, we know that lagrimal layer and lagrimal system. Lagrimal system, it is producing the tears. It is present above the eyelids. So lagrimal tissue, it contain a system, it contain a lagrimal duct, and the lagrimal duct upper and lower lids, it will be connect in this region, that is called lagrimal canal, and it will be open into the nasal region, and it is open into nose. So here the lagrimal tissue, lagrimal system is present in this part to in this part, the connection it will be there. So suppose if you are crying, your tears it will become, sometimes the nose also the tears, then the lagrimal tears it will become. So in this two part it will be connected, interconnected. This is also one of the supportive part of the eye. So this is the eye anatomy. Just simply I explained. If you like my channel, you can subscribe it and you can click a bell icon. You can get the notification. Thank you.